Bob,
nice.
welcome back to the show.
Thank
It's
you.
always great to see you. I think the last time you were in the building was SNL 50th.
One of the greatest things I've ever been attended.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, it was so great, and just to see all that talent in the space.
You were right there back.
You know what I loved too is it wasn't just celebrities. It was people who worked on the show all these years. I met people who worked in the lighting and makeup departments.
Isn't that the best?
It was
without
fantastic.
them, that show would not be around.
Yeah, it was great.
That was awesome. It was great to see you there, bud.
Yeah.
And then the last time I saw you, I got to see you on Broadway. And Glenn Ross, and you were unbelievable in that play.
It was a crazy honor to do it. It's a Chicago play. David Mamet wrote it, and
Bill Burr, Michael McKean.
Yeah, Michael McKean.
But everyone was.
Kieran Culkin.
Kieran Culkin was great.
It was fantastic. We had so much fun, but the challenge with doing a classic like that is every night, there's at least 15 people in the audience who've done that play. So
really?
if you scooch on the lines, there's a bunch of people going, no, they're not doing the play. That's not
the line.
I know because I learned it.
Really?
Yeah. I did have fun with it.
And you told me, because you were nice enough to go out to dinner with me afterwards, and you were like, yeah, sometimes I switch it up and I deliver it differently every night.
Don't tell Mamet.
No, I would not. But like you act differently, and but it's so every night's a new kind of experience.
Yeah.
But you crushed it. It was unbelievable to watch.
Thanks.
And we were talking. We were at dinner, and I go, that's amazing. You were nominated for a Tony Award.
It's crazy because the Broadway community is a real community. I mean, they know each other and they support each other. But I felt like, I'm coming in from TV world and film world. And they were welcoming and cheering me on.
Would you do it again?
I would absolutely do it again. It was a joy. Yeah.
We were talking, and you said, I just kind of wish that Bernie Brillstein could have been around to see you.
Yeah, now people don't know who Bernie is. He's one of the great managers of show business. He worked for Elvis Presley, not as a manager, but as an assistant and helper from the agency all the way through my career. And he was a big supporter of me, and he just loved talent. And he would have loved that Glenn Ross and nobody, because he always said to me, because I was always trying to work with other people I loved. I want to do a show with him. I want to do a project with them.
Yeah.
Bob, count on yourself. Bet on yourself, he would say. Do something that's challenging for you. Get out there on your own. Take a risk. So he would have loved this. When you have somebody who works with you and you're starting out and they work with you for years and you have a lot of failure in showbiz, or I do, not him. To get somewhere great and wish that they could have seen it. But I know he believed in me and believed this kind of thing could happen.
I love Bernie Brillstein. He was just a
great
magical guy.
And you can listen to him read his audiobook. If you're curious about a classic showbiz voice
where did I go right?
Where did I go right? You can hear him tell his tale on an audiobook.
After we went out, I downloaded it and listened to it. And I'm just like, you get kind of teary-eyed because he used to come around. He'd be around the office.
Can you do a Bernie impersonation?
No.
Bob.
Yeah.
Get in here. What are you up to, kid?
What are you doing, kid?
What are you doing, kid?
Yeah, he was there. He's so helpful with me with Late Night, but I also knew him through Saturday Night Live. Yeah. And I used to give him a shout-out when he was in the audience. He was always around, and he was the best. Yeah. And he just knew show business so well, and everyone loved him.
If you love showbiz books, check him out.
Yeah. Let's talk about Nobody 2.
Sure.
Congratulations. The first movie was a giant hit.
It worked out.
That was a risk.
A big risk, yeah. I'm from comedy. I wrote for SNL for years, and I wrote a show called Mr. Show. Then I helped with other people, Tenacious D, Tim and Eric. And then I got this fluky opportunity in Breaking Bad, and then that becomes Better Call Saul, and I had this.
He's sitting over.
Then I got married, and today's my birthday.
No, it's not. Chance, no, it's not true. No, that's not true. That's not true. That is not true at all. No.
No. Okay. All right. But I had this crazy notion that Saul is a guy who never quits. And he's very clever in his game plans. He's kind of like an action hero, except he doesn't fight. Yeah. So I can't believe somebody said, you're probably right, you might be right. And then I just trained for years, and we got this great script by Derek Kolstad, who wrote John Wick. And off we went. I could have embarrassed the hell out of myself, but guess what?
What?
That's what we do in comedy. I'd been embarrassing myself for 25 years for a living.
Yeah.
So big deal.
Me too, yeah. But there was a little hint that I saw of you that you might have been an action star. There's a photo that I saw of you.
What are you talking about?
I found a photo of you.
Really?
And I go, oh yeah, this guy should be in action movies. Oh yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you something.
Wait,
pan down to the Lincoln Logs.
yeah, respect.
So that's Christmas, and I want to tell you how old that kid was. That was me at 4, being given a machine gun. It was a different world. It was a different world.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Here you are. How do we set up what's happening in the sequel that nobody to?
Well, Hutch Mansell is my character, and he, in the first movie, has some tension within his family, as all of us do. And he explodes in rage and goes after these bad guys who stole his daughter's kitty cat bracelet.
Oh, yeah.
And that becomes a fight against pure evil. And in the second movie, he decides he's going to take his family on vacation and work out his work-life balance. And he explodes with rage.
It's really great.
It takes on ultimate evil.
It's going to be big. I want to show a clip. Here's Bob Odenkirk in Nobody 2. Take a look at this.
Please, someone help us. Where's it?